Hey y'all, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Today we've got a mouthful for you. This is the Aecht Schlenkalra Rauchbier Märzen from Hellerbräu Trüm out of Bamberg, Deutschland. Thanks for joining us. Dankeschön.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give your unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing. We are back to do that again, and hopefully we have a fun one today. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. I am Ben. What are we drinking today, gentlemen?
I'll let Andrew introduce us.
Aecht Schlenkalra Rauchbier Märzen, because there's other forms of the Aecht Schlenkalra Rauchbier, like an Erbach. I've had that one. From the
Mine accidentally opened. I'm sorry.
Hellerbräu Trüm Brewery out of Bamberg, Germany.
That smells good. All right. So have you had this one yet?
No. Ben got his bacon beer.
That's right.
You got this down at Hop City, right?
I did.
So,
Smells delightful.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
We've done one other Rauchbier. And that was the Brewer's Advent Calendar.
Ben was in love.
I'd had it before. I just didn't know. I'd had one years ago and didn't remember the style.
But not that specific one.
No, I don't know what specific one I had. It was back when I lived in New York, and was hanging out with my brewer friend Chuck, and we went to Jimmy's in the Lower East Side, and it's a downstairs bar, and yeah, that's what we had.
So the Rauchbier is a smoked lager, and the old style, most notably affiliated with the city of Bamberg in Germany. They impart the smoke by using malted barley that's dried over fires made from beechwood logs. That's the traditional way. There's some other more modern ways, but there's not that many that make the actual smoke. So the Aecht Schlenkalra Rauchbier, the Märzen version, because they do an Aecht Schlenkalra Rauchbier means the right or the real Schlenkalra smoked beer. I'll get into Schlenkalra because it doesn't have a very good translation. This is their Märzen version. It has it's dark, bottom fermented smoked beer brewed with the original Schlenkalra smoked malt. 5.1%, 30 ABV.
All right.
Yeah. The brewery, Hellerbräu Trüm, out of Bamberg, Germany, Deutschland, for those who may not know, goes way back. It's an old brewery. Actually, on the site of the brewery, there was a different brewery that was first mentioned in 1387 in the books of Saint Stephen, which was Stephen, which is I believe a cathedral in that town. The brewery was actually founded in 1405, and there are documents that first reference the House of the Blue Lion, Zum Blauen Löwen, is what it's called. And that was the brewery that started this off. Way fast forward to 1767, Johann Wolfgang Heller buys the brewery and changes it to Brauerei Heller. So pretty much what it's known today. With a slight alteration in 1866, the Trüm family starts to run the brewery. Now, the word Schlenkalra was a nickname that was introduced because of it roughly translates to dangling. It refers to a slinking, hobbling gait of Andreas Grasser, which was the son of one of the brewers, and he in turn became one of the family owners and brewer. So Schlenker was just a name that they nicknamed this guy because of the way he walked. I don't know if it was first starting in fun behind his back, but hell, it stuck, and for not quite 200 years, it's and the Trüm family has been running it for 6 generations. I'm drinking this one now.
Is this the first one we've done? This is the first one we've done from this brewery, right?
This brewery, yes, because I've not had to say these words before.
Yeah, I didn't remember any of that. I think this is one that I've seen the brewery at least a few times, but and probably have had a few of them, but not this one particularly.
Brewery Heller.
Yeah.
Well, and you
Bamberg.
Jay, you flashed the crown there, and now that I look at the seal, it makes sense.
They have the Schlenker,
yeah,
the little guy on there, and then the seal down there.
He's got a cane.
Yeah, it's right there on the bottle as well. So
yeah, interesting.
In the label, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. All right. Anybody had this one? Did we? I think I've already asked that question, or at least
no. But 144,000 people have registered it.
All right.
So it's wildly popular.
Jay, why don't you go first for us today?
Always, man.
Not always. Come on now.
This is an interesting beer. It has a smoke flavor, but it's not overpowering to me. Like, you get it on the first sip or two, and then it kind of mellows. I guess it adapts to your taste buds. I do find it interesting from Andy's description that there's both this version as the Märzen and the other version as well. So it'd be interesting to compare the different versions. Love the history from it, Andy. But it's got the smoke roasty flavor to it. I think it's good. I mean, it's not that pure bacon beer that we had previously, but it's still really good, and I really like it. I think I'm probably going to go with 7.5.
I'll jump in there and go next. Yeah, I think Jay, you kind of touched on a couple of points that I was going to make. Is it's definitely not overpowering. You definitely get the smoke in this one. You get a little bit of that meaty flavor, but it's not something that just is slapping you in the face over and over again. Even on the first couple of sips, I felt like it was a little more calmer, tamer than the last one that we had in the Brewers Advent Calendar, and definitely the one that I at least remember having many years ago. But it's still, I think, a really good beer. I really, I love the smoke flavor in this style, and I think it's definitely worth picking up if you see it. I'm going to give it an 8. It's a beer I would drink over and over again, as well. So I really like it.
Do you think you could have multiples of these in a night, though?
I don't know about that. Maybe Mike could have 2.
maybe two, but
yeah.
it's not something you're going to sit there and drink. I mean, it's not a crushable type thing.
No, it's not something I would want to have, too many of. I think that, you finish one, especially when it comes in a big bottle like this, maybe one is probably it. But it settles and the flavor settles. And I think I'd probably not want to have them back to back because I want to get all the flavor out of this one. Right. And I think that as your taste buds get used to the flavor, I think another one would just, calm it down too much to where it wouldn't be worth drinking it back to back in a sense.
Maybe start the night and finish the night with it.
Maybe. Yeah. All right, Andy, what do you think?
I do like it. And I'm trying to remember, I was looking up that other one. It was the Bamberger Rauchbier is and it was called Klausberger Rauchbier, something like that.
From Bamberg, so
yeah. And that's the city where it's known. I mean, I feel like I just stepped into a Slim Jim. It's you get that smoky, meaty flavor to it, and this is an occasional one beer. This doesn't feel like a beer I should be drinking in the summer, which this is now. Cold weather, fire. This is a warm feeling. It warms you. It's still good, still smoky, but just one. That's all I needed. And you need something to cleanse the palate before you eat or drink, unless you're eating meat and veggies or a meat and potatoes kind of meal. If you're going on to something a lighter fare, dessert, cleanse the palate, or another beer. That said, I like the smoke. 7.5.
You bring up a good point. I couldn't imagine what this might pair with as far as food. Maybe a meat potatoes, like you said, but normally, I mean, it would be great around a campfire. You're exactly right. I mean, this is perfect for that. But it almost reminds me of like when you drink a beer and have a cigar at the same time. Kind of that flavor.
What I heard was you need a Slim Jim to put in the beer, as like a stirrer, something you can chew on to. Maybe a beef jerky, not the Slim Jim itself, but a piece of beef jerky to go along with it.
That was Andrew, not me.
Yeah,
I did.
exactly.
I did not reference smoked meats.
Yeah. That is going to be a 7.7 for this beer. Andy, help me out here.
Aecht Schlenkalra Rauchbier Märzen.
There you go.
I think.
Yeah, I mean I wasn't even going to attempt it. So kudos to you, sir. Definitely a beer. I think I've seen at least beers from this brewery in multiple places. So I think it's definitely one that you can grab at least something from this brewery for sure. But I think if you happen to see this one out there, you need to grab it, give it a shot. If you had it, let us know what you think about it. Leave us a comment down below. Come check out all of our social media links. You can leave us a comment there or jump in our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. It's a chat room, and you can chat with the three of us and the others who have joined us. Be sure to like, subscribe, cheers to that notification bell. We would definitely appreciate that feedback, and it is free to do. And then if you have any interest in any Hopped Up Beer Review merch, we got a link for that down below. Koozies, shirts, glasses, some other stuff. And then lastly, if you have any interest in any of the glassware or any of the equipment we use to record this show, we put some links down below just to kind of share what we use to do this with. So you can check that out if you so desire. For Andy and the Attic and Jay, I am Ben. Thanks for watching, and cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.